Have you ever wondered when you share your website or maybe your landing page, your squeeze page, opt-in page, or just a YouTube site or whatever, that when it comes up on social media, let's say you share it to somebody in Messenger or you share it on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or something like that, and it doesn't have the right image or text with it, it just doesn't look correct, right? It's kind of frustrating, and that's one of the things I want to talk about today. I want to show you how you can check, make sure it's updated on the social medias, make sure that, especially like on Facebook, when you post that link on Facebook as a post, it comes out looking right, looking the way it should, and so forth. So stay tuned. We're going to jump right into it. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of investigation first. So here I am in System.io. You might be, whoever's watching this, you may not be using System.io, you might be using ClickFunnels, you may be using a web design program like WordPress or Webflow or whatever it is. But all of these systems will have the same thing in common. You'll be able to set up the SEO criteria. Okay, so if I look at System.io, of my funnel, the opt-in page, I look at it up here, and I'm just going to take this, copy this URL, and I'm going to go into Messenger, and I'm going to paste it into Messenger, and and this is just sending it to myself basically, and I'm going to put it in there. And it says daily cash flow secrets, and it's got some picture in it. Okay, so that's really not the name of it, because I imported this from one of our team members, so I need to change it to what mine really is. It doesn't have a good picture on it, and so forth, okay? If I go back here and I go into Facebook, and let's say I paste that same thing in it, you'll notice I get this, okay? And it's got some things in here, but it doesn't have a good picture, and so forth, okay? So I'm going to get rid of this. What you really want is something, and I'm just going to give you an example so that you can kind of see. Wouldn't it be nice to have something more like this, right? A great picture, some text and so forth, and everything pointing the way that it should be. Okay, so that's the first step, is just see what you're getting as far as social media and what's actually showing up with the site that you're looking at. Okay. Okay, so the first step, after you've investigated and found out, it doesn't look the way I wanted to look, I need to set up the SEO parameters. Not only the SEO parameters in the sense of what my title is and what my description is and everything else, but also the graphics. Okay, so I'm going to click on the funnel settings here. Okay, and I'm going to see, okay, here's the things that I can choose. Well, one is the name. Okay, so mine is called Road Map to Riches. Okay, so that's the first thing. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to go here to Edit Page. And under Edit Page, I want to click Settings, because you're going to want to set this up uniquely for each page. You don't want one that's generic for the whole thing. Okay, so I'm going to go to Setup. I'm going to scroll all the way down here to SEO. Okay, so here it says Title. Again, I'm going to change this to Roadmap to Riches. Text is fine. Keywords are fine. Author, I can put my name in there. And then this image. Okay, so you're going to want an image. I typically choose 1280 by 720 pixels, but you can kind of choose what you want. But you definitely don't want your logo, because your logo is going to be not big enough, typically, unless you've got a really large logo. And then it's going to be stretched out, look pixelated and so forth. So I'm just going to go here and I'm going to upload one of the ones that I have. And let's see. On graphics. Bear with me a second here. Okay, so I'm going to use this one here. Typically, I would not use one that has text on it, because then it's kind of redundant, but I'm going to use this because I know it's the right size, and hopefully it'll be okay. All right, so there it is. I'm going to insert that there, okay, and now I'm going to save the changes, and this may or may not work the first time, so we're going to see. We're going to go back over to Messenger, And hopefully I still have this in the clipboard. Yep, there it is. And let's see what comes up now. Same thing. But I changed it. I saved it. Well, let's look at Facebook and see if that worked. Get rid of this one. Same thing. How do I fix that? And I know this has frustrated so many of you because it's frustrated me. Here's the secret, okay? You go to this website. I'm going to grab this website here, and I will put it in the description below, but it's called developers.facebook.com, tools called debug, okay? And now I'm going to paste it in here, and I'm going to tell it, click on the debug button, okay? And it's like, okay, that's not right. So I'm going to tell it, scrape again. Boom. Okay, now it's got all the right information, the right picture, the right title, the right information, and so forth. So now let's go back to Messenger. Let's paste it one more time and see what comes up. Nice picture, title, so forth. Okay, let's go to Facebook and see if we can get the same thing. Oops. Okay, you see it hasn't done it yet. So, just a good example. I don't close this window out because I'm going to scrape it again just to make sure. Okay, go back to Facebook. Let's try it one more time. Sometimes it takes a while. I'm going to refresh Facebook just to make sure, okay? Let's try it one more time. Yeah, there we go. So sometimes you got to refresh things and get out of it and come back into it. But isn't that a much, much nicer look than what we had before? Nice graphic and so forth. So the key is you've got to make sure that in the editor you go to each page, make sure you have the right information. Okay? So you could put a whole thing in here. Let's say I want to change this one more time. I want to add this text, okay, into my settings down here for the description. Okay, I'm going to add this in there too. I typically would not capitalize it like that, but I'm going to add that in there. Make sure all of my pictures and everything are the same. I'm going to go and I'm going to save it. Okay. And then I'm going to look here. I'm going to go over here to my developer page. This developers.facebook.com tools/debug. I'm going to look at what it says here, but I'm going to hit scrape again. And let's see if it changes that. Look at that. Just added that on there. Let's go into Facebook. Let's get rid of this. Go to here. Let's refresh this screen. Let's go back here. Oops. I got to get this URL again, so I'm going to copy that, go back into Facebook, paste it into here, and look at that. It's got it here, ... because it's only going to put up so many characters anyways, right? But here it is. So if I were to post that right now, okay, you notice how it's got everything in there, just about. Still, it's not just about the okay? Show more information about this link. It's going to give you some more information, but a lot nicer than what we had in the beginning. Now I'm going to go ahead and move this to trash. Okay, so that's all there is to it. Okay, and again, I will put this link in the description below, and I will also put it on the screen so that you have it. It's pretty straightforward. Developers.facebook.com /tools/debug. But whenever your pages aren't coming up right, you're going to need to make sure you've checked the SEO information and then scrape it and scrape it and scrape it until it comes up right. It may take 2 or 3 times to do it. Don't get frustrated. Just know that it will, and then you'll have a nice looking page. Okay? Hope this helps. God bless. See you in the next one.